Well, hello. This is part 3 of this reel. It's actually not this reel. The reel that I've been working on. I took a couple parts off of this reel and put on it, and I put it on a rod. I'm gonna fish with it. I'm gonna fish with this one too, but this one's going to get some upgrades. And I chose this reel for a couple of reasons. But let's see, that's just a tool there. Here is a drag knob, full set of screws, bell springs, handle bezel. That's one of the bell screws. That's the quick cast bell, they call it. Canaria system. I don't know why they call it that. Must be louder or something. Nice little wood knob. Those aren't cheap. Adjustable handle. There's a beautiful spool and some cool stickers. Yeah, we'll put the stickers on. Yeah, that's it. Hedgehog. I probably should read that, but I'm not going to. So let's take this reel apart. The spool, of course, will go on the shelf. This handle is pretty well toasted. I mean, I couldn't fix it. I messed it up trying to fix it. So I need to start a new tray here with spare parts in it for this. So we'll throw the old handle in there. We won't be using that. I'll have it if I ever need it, but I don't think I'll ever need it. Go ahead and take this screw out on the side. I do have a new screw for it. I may have to reuse that felt washer. I'll put the spool over here for now since we're not going to use that. No, it's got the felt washer in it. That's good. What's next? Let's go ahead and pull the rotor out. Off. So you're probably saying to yourself, okay, John, why did you spend that much money on that little reel? Well, it's kind of the latest, greatest fad. And not that I'm one that jumps on those bandwagons. I think I like messing with these little reels, and okay, so apparently did my snap ring go fly? That's just wonderful. Where did it go to? Oh, no, that's not it. Well, I may have just lost the snap ring. Don't know how, but it should be right there. Huh. Let's take it out. Maybe it's these are kind of hard to get out of here. Unlike some brands, you can get a hold of them pretty easily. This one's a little rough, a little hard to get out of these reels. There it is. It went over behind here. Isn't that something? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this rotor off. That's a 9/16 or a 14 millimeter. This is actually a 14 millimeter socket. Yes, I'm going to fish with this reel, without a doubt. And it does have a brand new upgraded bearing in it. So we are good there. Well, we're going to put new screws in. So one of the things we got to do is open these up. This is the Avail kit. Man, we'll need this one here. I went with gold because they didn't have anything left in black. They were sold out. And they couldn't really give me an estimate when they were going to get the rest of it in. So we went with the gold. Go ahead and take all these out. So you get to watch me open up a bunch of packages too. I should have already opened this stuff up, shouldn't I? Good day. Made a lot more sense. Yeah, I plan on fishing with it pretty soon, probably in the next couple of days. This one's going to go on a more modern rod. I got a Moonshine Rambler I might put it on. That's a really nice rod that I don't normally use a lot. Why is this not open? There we go. Maybe I should just go ahead and get all the parts off camera. Good day, John. Are you kidding me? We're going to go with the quick cast bell arm. This will go in next. This is a upgraded. I don't know what those stickers would, where they would go at if they were just there for whatever, but oh, we'll see. I might have just thrown a sticker or two away, to be honest with you. No stickers in that. I just think it's neat. I watched a few videos. Some other people got a friend that rebuilds these things. It's beautiful, beautiful reels. You know, the slotted rotors and all that stuff. Just to me is just fantastic stuff. I don't think you can really improve too much on the original design of these reels, but what did I do with the box set? Huh. Okay. Of course, it's in Japanese, so I can't read any of it anyway. So we won't worry about that too much, will it? Yeah, I kind of screwed the pooch on this thing, not getting some of this done ahead of time. But let's go ahead and put this screw in. Well, we got to put this whole arm on there. So this reel's been cleaned. That's nothing dirty about it. It's very smooth. Another reason why I picked this one. Not that they all aren't smooth, but sometimes some reels are just smoother than others. So I chose this one. We're going to go real time with this video because a lot of the other upgrades, I don't see people actually going real time on their upgrades. They do offer this line roller in a ball bearing design, but I didn't see the point in that really at all. So I didn't bother. We're going to put the new bell springs in. I'm wondering if those bell springs, are they the same? I guess I'm about to find out, ain't I? I've always thought they were different, and I've always held them as being different. We'll put that in the bin over there. This can all go in the bin. But what I wanted to look at here is these little guys. Are they both the same? They are not. Okay. Well, I was right all along then. This will go in like that. There's already a good amount of grease in there, so we can throw this over the pan. We'll deal with that. The new bell arm is this one, right? So getting ready to head out and go fishing here in about 30 minutes. Or whenever this video is done. This is the gold, champagne gold or whatever, gold plated, I think they called it. I don't know. I went with the gold theme. I've got a couple of 7/16s that are, well, there'll be another video later. Okay, there's that. We'll change this bell spring out. And I got the new screw for over here. Put that over here. Oop. Along with the bell spring. I will say this is the most expensive upgrade I've ever done on a reel. By far. But I sold a few reels to pay for this. Well, I probably should look at that old screw. So it's a small size. Looks like there's two different sizes there. Don't know what that's about. Oh, it's this one right here. Anyway. Okay, John. That screw is also a counterbalance weight on the rotor. Keeps it balanced out. Well, that's not working too good, is it? There it goes. It was up on the shoulder. And this will go around like this. The shouldered end of that will go towards the bell arm. So it goes in like this. And that goes back on there. And this will go into that bell arm. And then the little screw or nut, forked nut, slotted, I don't know what they call it. Y'all tell me. See, it's got the short throw to it. Well, I like those springs a lot better than what's in my other ones. I might have to order some more of those. That's a huge difference. All right, rotor done. That goes on the knob. I don't know what I was thinking with that. That was the small. Yeah, that was the small one on the road. So we'll keep that one as a spare. Okay, we got it figured out. All right, we need this. This goes with the knob. This goes with the case. Now, I'm not sure how all this works. There's no instructions at all. So we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. That's going to be spare parts. We'll set it right there for now. I'll take that out. That's a spare part. I don't know if these shims go. I don't know where they go. It doesn't really say any instructions for sure, but they don't look like a lot of fun to put in there. I'll tell you that. This is the worst part of this reel to put together, to be honest with you. I don't know if the shims go. Go determine where they go at on here, I guess. To which one of those steps they go into. So they only go that far. Okay, well that means they've got to go in before the spring. I wonder how many. Well, there's what, 4 there? I'm going up knocking in parts on the floor, I can tell you that right now. Then the spring, I think. And we'll put the screw in there and get it started. Oops. Okay. That should go right in there. And we'll tighten the screw down. Well, something wrong. It's not Yeah, it's not centering up on there. Yeah, so there's a problem there. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe the shims don't even have to be on there. I don't know. You tell me. Somebody else has done it. I didn't see anything about this in any instructions, so maybe I don't need that many shims. I'm gonna try it with like one shim. You're probably supposed to put the screw in there. See, I don't even know how many shims I got right there. Just one. This is a real cluster, isn't it? This is my first time, folks. It's my first day on the job. Please be patient with me. Let's start out with two. I really don't know what this was supposed to do, but I know that one of my bell alarms was a little, or not, my anti-reverse dogs was a little worn, so I decided to go ahead and replace it. So I may have not needed it. I don't know. I'm just doing. It wasn't that much money, I guess, compared over. Speaking overall on this thing, this whole project, this wasn't much money. Oh my gosh, John, you gotta be kidding me. It's not wanting to go back in. I think I got it. Here we go. It's fixed. Okay. So I only need two. I might could use three. Who knows? But four was too many. Okay, let's do this knob. Left-hand threads, John. Don't need that. Or the knob. And then this goes on just like the factory one. Slides down in there, and you got the two, or you got the one left-hand nut or screw that goes on that. Probably ought to give it just a little bit of no, it'd be all right. That's not right. Man, I tell you what, I have a hell of a time with these damn things. Getting them straight. There it goes. Yep. Well, maybe not. It's crooked. It's cross-threaded. That's not good. I'm telling you, this is probably the worst design on this whole reel is this piece right here. It's in the threads, but it's crooked as hell. I feel like I've got it this time. Yes. No, I don't know. That's not right. It's so crooked. Well, I may have to buy a whole nother piece here, folks. This piece is now cross-threaded, and don't know if I can fix that or not. That wasn't in the bingo cards for today. It threads in by hand to a certain point. It just comes to a dead stop. Did I get it? Wow. Okay, so we got that. It wasn't cross-threaded. This wouldn't hold my mouth right. Okay, so we're good there. We can go ahead and put this back in with some fresh oil on it. Some fresh grease wouldn't hurt this reel, even though it's just freshly serviced. All right, let's put the rotor back on. All right, we'll put the shaft back in it, the axle shaft. And we'll change this out. I guess this one just kind of threads back out of there. Yep. All right, we'll put that over in here. Let's get rid of these spare parts. That one was pretty well worn, so that was probably money well spent. A lot of money well spent, but I don't know. I don't guess it was all that expensive, really. The paint on this reel is not beautiful. I might address that in the future, but it does have the labels on it, and that's why I chose this one here. One of my other ones was missing a couple of things. Missing this one. That had that. Well, it's already not working, so I might not have clipped the spring on it. Yeah, that's what I did. Golly, John, come on, man. That's got to go on there like that. Did it just fall out on its own? Well, I don't know. We'll see. It don't look like it's much better than factory when it comes to that part of it. I may use the arm and just use the factory spring. I don't think that spring's much count. Okay, so all there is left, gotta get some fresh rags here, is the handle. This is a tool. It's made to remove this part of the spool, so we'll get into that in just a minute. All right, child-proof. This is awesome. Watch me rip into it. I hate packages I can't get into. I ain't got all day for that. Man, did I not get a... Did they not give me a screw for the end of the handle? It may be with the knob. No, it's in here. Just had to look a little further. I think. Well, there's another post. I'll have to see which post I need, but it doesn't have a screw. I'll see if it's in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's in here. It's in here. I wasn't sure if this knob would even work with this reel, so I just kind of took a chance on it. You know, you don't know when you're buying upgraded parts if everything works together or not. We're gonna find out. I don't know what this is. Let's see if it fits this one. I mean, looks like it fits it fine to me, so where does this go? Doesn't go up in there. It probably goes. Does it go right there? No, don't go right there. It doesn't even slip over this. I don't know what that's for. That's going to require a really small little screwdriver to put that in with. Which, oh my gosh. Trying to get my little screwdrivers out sometimes is a pain. That's not even going to work. Why in the world did they make that slot so small? Yeah. What in the devil? I don't know how I'm going to be able to operate on this. Hope I won't ever have to take it off again, huh? Well, I hope it doesn't come off on its own, because it's not in there very tight. Oh my goodness. A little bit of grease on there, a little bit of oil down in there. Oh, back up. Reverse. Couple of things. You gotta put this on there. That can go over in there. This is the new bezel. New felt ring. This has to be tightened up. It's spinning out, so I've got to find something I can slip up in there and give it a little. that. This just threads on, reverse threads. So I guess it stopped right there. That looks ugly. That should go all the way on there. That's not good. It doesn't work with this thing. Only other thing I can see to do is don't you hate it when things don't work right? Okay, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to tighten that up now. Maybe it'll tighten up on the reel. It's taking it out. The other thing could be done. No, that won't work. This is... Why was it just keep on turning on it? Never acted like it was going tight. Look, there it goes. Patience, John, patience. There's that. And the last piece of this magnificent puzzle is what got the whole thing started. I wanted to get one of these shallow spools. I didn't know which one to get. They don't explain it very well. I'm going to run like 4-pound test on this thing. This is the tool to remove that bezel so you can change them out. I'll throw it in the bin with that. That can go over in the bin. This is what started all, was getting a spool. So there it is. Now I can put some 2-pound test on there. Check that out. That short throat is sweet. Okay. Well, that's a cool looking little reel. Was it worth what I paid for all of it? I got maybe $100 in the reel. 15 in the bearing. It's a ceramic bearing. I don't know if that goes on there, but I think these would be fine on here. Let's get the clean off a spot for it. It's isopropyl alcohol. Probably would look good right down here. Get it centered up good. It look good. Damn, it's taking some of the paint off, isn't it? Yeah, if I don't like it, I can always change it later. There you go. Let's wipe it all down. Turned out beautiful. I'm gonna lie, it's gonna make a nice little fisher. Like I said, I don't know what the difference is in this PE line, whatever. Nobody explains that anywhere. I didn't see any. I don't know if it's a European thing or what, but I didn't see anything about it anywhere. And so I just kind of went with it. I'll put these stickers in here together, put them in the tray as what I call spare parts. Something tells me that sticker's supposed to go on the rotor, maybe. I don't know. I know one thing, it's going to get folded up in there, isn't it? It probably wouldn't be good for it. Everything I touch today is going to be like this. Just the way it is. I don't know why. Put it in there like that. Okay, well, this is John. There is a Hedgehog upgrade. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for all those parts, but you can look them up on Hedgehog. That's every upgrade that they had available left on these reels. They did not have anything else in stock. So the bearing I got from Fast Eddie's. I just got the size and ordered them 8x16x5 ceramic rubber sealed bearings. You don't have to have an A7 bearing for these reels because it doesn't spin real fast, but it does make it a little smoother. So there it is. There's not anything else I can do to that reel besides maybe dress it up cosmetically with some new paint or whatever. Can't get these decals anymore, so I'm not gonna bother. You can get it off of there, probably, but it'd be a bit of a struggle. I'll show you some pictures of this together with one of my favorite pin reels that's been modified, 716. And I call it the Greensy. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is John Vintage Fisherman. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this, or if you have any comments, let me know what I did wrong or what else I could do. Leave those too. I'm learning. These are new to me. I've got 3 of these reels now. I've got one for the shelf that's original. I've got one original ready to fish, line on it, good to go. Then I've got this one that's also going to be fishable. It's going to be fished. Now, this one is serial number 741000. I don't know what I haven't found anything about the serial numbers yet, so I'm still learning. But there it is. Take a kid fishing. Like and subscribe. I need them. Talk to you later. I wonder if anybody else has had any trouble with this spring just popping off for the selector. I've tried bending it. Nothing seems to matter. The screw's tight. Whenever I felt back and forth a few times, it'll eventually just pop off. Well, now it's not wanting to do it, but there it goes. It just popped off. What is going on with this? There was some extra shims. I used a couple of them to get it the screw shim just right, but it acts like it needs to be bent down, but I really can't get in there to bend it down. I'm trying not to hack it. I want to fix it right. But it doesn't want to be fixed right. It's another problem I'm having with it. I might be going back to the factory spring, to be honest with you. I think it'd be more robust. I like the clicks myself. Maybe I shouldn't even got this part. Y'all tell me what I do wrong. Is there something else that goes in there? The shims wouldn't fit on the upper side of the screw. I don't know. Let me know. This is John. I'm back. It was brought to my attention that I put my thing together wrong here, so I'm going to take it back apart and do it right. Thing. I ain't awake yet. So this is my Hedgehog upgrades to Cardinal 3. And I use the iOS factory Canaria bait clicker, I guess, or not bait clicker, but anti-reverse. And it clicks when you crank. I'll get it right here in a minute, folks. I put the shims in the wrong place. So we're going to take a look at those. That comes out. There's shims. There should be 4 shims total. Okay, so it looks like to get to what I got to do, I got to pull the rotor off of it. So that means I got to do a few things here. To get the rotor off, use something I can grab a hold of that with. To get the rotor off, you got to pop this. Pop that off, pull the shaft out. Gonna have to take the handle off. Really like this handle. It's kind of odd the stud came out with, but that's okay, it'll all work the same. Alright, so we take the rotor off. Yeah, I wish I had known this. I posted up on one of the, well, it's actually the only site I know of just dedicated to these Cardinals on Facebook. And I asked, I said, why did I get so many shims? Where do they go? There was nothing in the Hedgehog instructions about where the shims went. If there is, I missed it, which is quite possible. So we're all the way down to the shims go underneath that clip right there. And we'll get that clip out of there. So I'm going to do this as like an amendment, I guess, or a addition to the video I did on the upgrades. I'm still ain't 100% convinced that's where that goes. But that's what they're telling me. Yeah. So, how many shims are right there? There's 2, so I'll split them. Because I don't think that's where it goes. But these people know more than I do about these reels. So, we'll go with it. But I'm not happy with it. They look too big to me to go in there. Okay, so we'll put this back in. I don't know if I'll put the video up or not. You know, I didn't know a lot about upgrading these reels, and I may have done a couple other things wrong, so I don't know. And I don't want to put anything up that's not good information. So you may never see this video. I got to think on it a little bit, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe my mistakes will help somebody else out. One way to look at it, too. That's why I got into these videos, right? Took a Shimano bait runner, was going to take a Shimano bait runner, part one I'd had forever. I just had the one. I've got a dozen of them now. And I wanted to do it right, you know. So that's what I did. That is really in there. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that went in there so daggone far. Not too sure if a little dab of blue Loctite wouldn't be a bad thing for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to Loctite, blue Loctite that stud into that handle. I think it would be better in the situation I got now. Don't look at me putting the gear in backwards. I've had my coffee. I swear I have. I'm going fishing with this thing here in about an hour. So I've got to put line on it. I haven't done that yet. And got to get it ready. I've got a rod for it. I put it on a TFO trout and panfish, I think it is. 6'6". Of course, it's a ultralight rod. I don't know for the life of me, it blocked it. For whatever reason, it wants to spin around to where it will match up to the axle shaft. It's kind of odd. Never had that happen before. It always happens when I'm in a hurry. It's a Saturday morning. Girlfriend has to work today. Oh my goodness. I plan on just going out and wetting the line for a little bit. Now's where, if it's going to fly, this is where it'll fly at. Almost. It tried. I got it though. Now I got to put, this goes back in. I'm going to put two of these shims on top there. It's what I had in it before. So we're going to split them. Don't know if that's right or wrong. Like I said, they said they all go, or you put them down there till you get it to where it does what it's supposed to do, but I never could get it to, I never saw any difference in it. I just put two in there and it didn't really, it makes it a little firmer, but I wouldn't say it's like, this is going to fix everybody's problems here. The problem I had with it was when you throw the switch a few times, the spring would come out. It's not doing it now. So maybe that was the problem. Okay. I like to be wrong for the right reasons. That's good. It just needs a little shot of lightning lube. Get everything loose again. Go fish it pretty hard this morning. Alright, let's fix this handle. And then I'll cut the camera and go put some line on it and get on out of here for the day. I'm going to blue Loctite it, because that shouldn't have come loose like that. Blue Loctite can be removed, folks, just with a little bit of heat. So if I ever wanted to take it out, I could just heat the end of this stud here and it would come out. But blue Loctite needs to be, the surface needs to be clean where it goes into. I was using the shortest of the two. Here's blue. This is Permatex, but I've also got the actual Loctite brand. Make sure it's just working. Okay. This needs to go on there first. There was another part here. I never did figure out where it went. I don't know if it goes. I think it was for a different style knob. We'll just leave that alone. Just a little dab of blue. It ain't gonna take much. And we will put it up in there. Maybe. There it goes. Now, some spilled out, so just take your Q-tip and clean it. You don't want that to stick to this pretty cap here. They give you just enough room to get in there with something. Turn that in there tight. Loctite works off of absence of air, just like super glue. Don't put Loctite on this end of it. You don't want to do that. No, no, no. Bad, bad, bad. And thread it in there. Okay. Okay, it seems to be working better, so I stand corrected. Nothing wrong with that, right? Beautiful little reels. Really learned something today. So if you put an iOS Canaria system in, I recommend 2 shims on the between the selector and the E-clip, and then 2 shims at the top between the Canaria arm or anti-reverse arm and the spring, and then put your bolt in. That's how I got mine. Right or wrong, it's working. So we're going to go with it. I'm going to wipe this reel down with some WD-40. It's getting kind of grunged up with fingerprints and stuff. I'm working on it. And so the prettiest of my, I've got 3 of these. The prettiest one I put it on the shelf. That was my intent all along. I wanted one nice original reel for the shelf. Then I took the ugliest one is mounted on rods, will get fished with a lot. And then there's this one who has all the pretty stuff on it. It's going to get used some. It's going to stay on a really nice rod. It won't get used like every day, like I do some others, but it'll get used a good bit. And so there it is. I got to put some line on that spool. The advantage of the new spool, it's one thing, it's shallow. You don't need a lot of line on ultralight. Back in the day, it took 200 yards up 4-pound test. Just fill that. You don't need that. Of course, a lot of people are using braid, smaller diameter, so you can put more line on this shallow spool. But I'm gonna be using mono. But it's about line twist. You see that cone shape that comes off of there? That is some super cool technology. This spool here will make line twist like crazy. This will not. This will cast better. This spool is just going to get put up as a spare in case I need one someday down the road. But if I replace any spools, it'll be with one of these. I think it's, I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's either Avail or IOS. I can't remember. It's got the short throw system. New bell springs in it, which they recommend with the short throw arm. I'll put that little bit of oil. I don't know if I ever oiled that good or not. So smooth. Sling all that oil out of it. There it is, folks. I think I'm done with the video on this one. Get out and fish. Take a kid fishing. Enjoy life. We only get one trip around this world. Make the best of it. This is John. I'll catch you on the next reel. Take a kid fishing. Go fish it slow and see what happens on this TFO trout and panfish, 6'6", 2 to 6 pound line. I got 3 pound line on here. Cardinal 3 with your Hedgehog Studio upgrades. She don't look like much, but she fishes like a brand new one.